downstairs?
Yes, but may I ask you a question about the union business?
Of course.
You see, I applied for the job of bartender.
Did you get it?
No, I have worked here at the hotel for 7 years, so I thought I would have a chance.
Did they give it to someone who's been here longer?
No, he has only worked here for 2 summers.
That's not right. What reason did they give?
They said that my English is not good enough. I was very nervous at the interview, so I spoke badly.
I think you have grounds for a grievance.
I'm not angry with the hotel. I like my job.
Filing a grievance is your right. Here's the steps in the process. Each has a defined time limit. We start with the immediate managers. Then it goes up the line to the more senior people. If we still can't resolve the issue, then an outside person is brought in to decide.
I do not want any trouble with my manager.
If there's any harassment, the union will deal with it.
Still not so sure.
I hope you'll pursue this. There's a lot of women that I work with in housekeeping who are trying to get into the restaurant, but they're told the same thing about their English.
Why have they not filed a grievance?
None of them had your seniority. I think you have a good case.
All right.
Great. Just let me make some notes.
So what do you need to know?
We have what we call the 6 W's. Who, where, when, why, what happened, and what we want for redress. That's what we call what you'd like to see happen?
Well, I want the job.
No promises, but we'll try. So first question. Who? Give me the correct spelling of your name.
Nyungen. N-Y-U-N-G-E-N.
This isn't a simple case.
Hi, Charlie. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
It's okay. This is Pilar. She's a steward in the hotel.
Hi.
Burrell's our new local president.
Oh, nice to meet you.
I'm a bit early. Traffic on the highway was light.
Maybe I should go.
Oh, no, please. I'm interested in what's happening in all our workplaces.
Pilar was just talking about a grievance. A member has been denied a barkeeping job based on his English language skills.
You see, you only get tips in certain jobs, so people want them. The thing is, Kim has clear seniority.
They're going to claim management rights and throw the collective agreement clause right back at us.
You mean where skills and qualifications are relatively equal, the senior candidate will be awarded the job?
Relatively equal is always an argument with management.
But the next part says, and the successful candidate may be given a training period not to exceed 30 days. Why couldn't that mean English skills?
Could you learn English in 30 days?
He already speaks English.
Look, Pilar, this is a frontline serving job. I have to be honest. I don't know if we can win this case.
So do you want me to file the grievance?
I never said don't file it. The steward's job is to fight for the members. My job is to help you write the grievance so we can get the best shot.
Well, I'm glad you're going ahead. In other regions, unions have set up communication training right in the workplace. I think the language in your contract might just open that door.
But first we have to win the case.
Yeah, you're right, Charlie. This is going to be a fight. Are there other members with similar issues?
Plenty.
Wow. Maybe we should make this the focus of the workplace meeting we were planning.
Do you think that's wise?
Oh, why not?
If we focus on this issue, won't a lot of the members think that the meeting's not for them?
A lot of people need communication skills, Charlie, not just newcomers. And this precedent could be extended into other areas like computer training.
I could use a bit of that myself.
So what's the next step?
Well, I'll get examples of other programs and bring them to the meeting. Then you folks can decide what action you'd like to take. Are you okay with that, Charlie?
Sure. I just don't want anybody to think this is going to be easy.
No fear.
Great.
I have to say, Pilar, I have a real problem with the union's attitude on this case.
And how's that, Vince?
Obviously, you have some kind of an agenda for new training programs, so you're dragging these poor people around just to back yourselves up. I call that using them.
I told you, it's a policy with the new leadership of the local. Members have a right to know what's going on with their issues.
You know as well as I do that this doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell. It's a clear case of management rights.
We see it as a clear case of seniority. You're always talking about training the workforce.
That's about a higher level of skills than speaking English, like a new computer program for the audits.
I happen to know Kim has good computer skills.
But he doesn't speak good English.
Then let's teach him.
I am not turning this hotel into a kindergarten for teaching people how to read and write.
So are you denying the grievance?
Of course. I'll take care of the paperwork as soon as you leave my office.
See you at the next step, then.
Good afternoon, Pilar. And, Kim.
Good afternoon, Vince. And thank you. You have just shown me why this grievance is important.
So, this breakout group wants to take forward the idea of a petition.
And then there's wearing buttons. That's pretty low risk.
I'm not so sure about that. This hotel has a real thing about its corporate image. Those of us on the front desk could be suspended if we wear buttons on our uniforms.
But they can't do that. Isn't that what you said, Beryl?
I said an arbitrator in another part of the country overturned a suspension, so long as it doesn't take away from the uniform. If it says something positive, like, I care.
But the process of getting that decision can take months. Meanwhile, we're all out our pay.
Can I suggest that if the petition doesn't help us settle this at the second step, then we look at buttons again?
Sounds reasonable. Everybody in agreement with that?
So what happened to my friend the radical?
I knew I'd hear about the buttons.
You started sounding like old Charlie back there.
Actually, he's been okay to work with on this. He really knows his stuff.
Still, when wearing a button is just too scary.
He's not the only one. It's Kim's issue, and he's not even sure he wants to wear a button.
I'm surprised.
I have to keep reminding myself. He's kind of like my mother. They've been through things back home you just can't imagine. You never lose the fear.
Okay, but I was looking forward to wearing that button.
Oh, I think he'll get the chance.
You don't figure the petition will be enough?
Charlie says they almost never settle at the second level. They wait until head office come in from Dallas. That's why we're faxing the petition there as well.
Do you actually think all this will solve the real problem?
Which is?
You have noticed there isn't a single person of color on the front lines in this hotel?
Gee, really?
I just wonder whether we're leading people on.
You know, I've asked myself the same question. But the deal is, the union will be a part of creating the training. So I think it'll help people.
Even if they don't get the jobs with tips?
Then everybody will see the issue for what it is.
So when's this petition going to be ready for me to take around?
Verdict's in.
What did they decide?
They've denied it again. Yeah, I was pissed too.
I hoped we would win.
We should have won.
Hey, it's not over yet. Now we go to the third level.
Right now, I want to say, stuff it.
Don't do that.
Forgive me, I did not feel you were so excited about my case.
I confess when we started I wasn't certain. That's changed.
You believe we have a chance?
I've been watching what's happened to people. Just doing something together. Signing that petition has really changed attitudes.
Felt that.
And management is reacting. Usually they spin everything out until the final deadline. This time they've already set a date for the third step meeting. Trust me, this has lit a fire.
Time for buttons.
I think we're ready to take a wee bit of a risk. Especially when people find out about the denial. Kim's not the only one that's going to be angry.
For sure. The women in my section, they're excited about the possibility of training right here at the hotel.
You might want to target the buttons for the day the Dallas manager arrives. That way there can be no disciplinary action without him first seeing our message.
That's smart.
I have to go around the people again? This time with buttons?
We can win this. Our national office and our lawyer have done a good job on the technical arguments, but it's the feeling of member support that will really do it.
But if we lose again...
If we don't get training on this grievance, then we'll take it to the table at the next round of negotiations, and we'll have built the support to really make this an issue.
Right enough, but it'd sure be better to settle without a third party.
I still do not completely understand this.
If we can't resolve your grievance at the next level, then someone from outside will come in to make the decision.
Pilar explained that, but why do you not want that?
The problem is we don't know what the third party will decide. Sometimes they'll interpret the contract in a progressive way, but sometimes they don't.
This way, whatever happens, we've done the work.
All right. What will these buttons say?
How about language rights are human rights?
Good one.
They haven't given us much time to prepare.
True. But I've got research on the benefits of training from our national office.
I've seen it. It's good.
You know, I've been thinking, there's a lot of material to present in this case.
That there is.
Would you be willing to do a team presentation, Charlotte?
Sure. I'd like to work with you, Beryl.
What made you come up with that slogan for the button?
Well, some of us don't think this is really a language issue.
Do you mean what I think you mean?
I have a gut feeling it's about race.
And management is only hiding behind language skills.
You got it.
Oh, be typical, but really hard to prove.
Well, if we get this training, I think it'll become obvious what's really happening.
So, we need to prepare for that.
This hotel needs education on discrimination issues.
Well, if we get this precedent, it'll open the door for that training as well.
I don't see that happening tomorrow.
One day at a time. In the meanwhile, we have our own work to do. The Human Rights Committee is planning some workshops across the local. Would you be interested in joining them?
Maybe me, or maybe a friend of mine.
Thank you so much. All of you.
You don't have to thank me for anything that feels this good.
I'll never forget the look on Vince's face.
We even got agreement to no discipline on the buttons.
And joint control over the training program. They bought into the idea of developing our members as instructors.
That's amazing.
So, you're going to take the training program, right, Pilar?
The list of things I'm doing gets longer.
Welcome to the union.
Kim, can I see you for a moment?
Of course. Is there some problem with my work?
Not at all. You're doing great.
I get a lot of practice since I became a steward.
Hi, folks. Just the person I was looking for, Mr. Shop Steward.
See what I mean?
This is serious. I want to file a grievance.
Okay. Fill me in.
It's finally happened. I applied for a front desk job. They hired someone with way less seniority. Seems I don't fit their corporate image.
So this one isn't about language?
For sure. This is about race.
Time for the 6 W's.